Find a comfortable position on your mat. Close your eyes. And scan the body, finding a relaxed seated posture. Relaxing the facial muscles, letting go of any wrinkles in the forehead region. Relaxing the neck, shoulders, arms. To keep the back straight as much as possible, lengthening the spine. Relaxing the lower part of the body, the legs, feet. Finding a relaxed seated posture. Trying to keep the back, neck and head in a straight line as much as possible. And then scanning the breath. Maybe trying to inhale a bit deeper. Exhale a bit longer. Using the breath to allow the mind to settle in, focus inwards. Minimize any distractions, any thoughts, any things to do, rest of the day, rest of the morning. Trying not to think of them for the next 25-30 minutes. And make the most of our time together. And let's begin by chanting 3 Oms. So with the eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. Plan for today is seated poses. So we'll be on the mat the entire time. Start with some warm-ups as always, then do a couple of seated poses, and then some pranayam and some guided meditation at the end. So let's start with some warm-ups, some loosening practices. So bring your arms in front of you, palms facing together, palms close to each other. And then as you inhale, open, lean back slightly, look up. As you exhale, bring your arms together and then try to bend forward. Few more rounds of this. Inhale, stretch, open wide, feel a bit of a back bend. Exhale, bend forward. Continue at your own pace, trying to synchronize the inhale, exhale with your body movement. Stretching the body, the middle upper part of the body. Let's do 2 more. And then the next inhale, release and relax, back to a seated pose. Do some lateral stretches. So hands close to your heart center, palms facing down this time, and then opening the right side, stretching the right arm, looking to the right. Back to your heart center, same thing on the left. Doing some spinal twists. Keep going, alternately stretching to the right, to the left. Stretching the arms, twisting the spine, activating the hips a little bit. Keep going. Let's do two more on each side. And then release, stop the practice. Do some neck rotations. You can do this with your eyes closed or eyes open, chin close to your chest, and then turning the neck, whichever direction you prefer. Nice full rotation, stretching your neck. Be careful, don't rush and sprain your neck. Take your time. Feel the stretch, maybe enjoy the stretch. I really like this practice, especially in the mornings. Let's go more in this direction and we'll go the other way. And now let's switch, go the other direction. One more. And then stop the practice. If you had your eyes closed, continue to keep your eyes closed for a few more moments. You might feel lightheaded or dizzy if you rush to open your eyes sometimes after this practice. Take your time. And then open your eyes. All right. So let's now do 2 rounds of the Kapalbhati breathing practice. Bellows breathing, passive inhale, active exhale, activating the stomach, pulling it in on the exhale. We'll do a shorter first round to get into the rhythm and then a longer second round. So make fists with both your palms, hands close to your stomach, knuckles touching each other. Close your eyes, visualize the practice. So the inhale almost happens automatically, not really have to work on the inhale. Focus on an active exhale, pulling in the stomach on the exhale. Let's try maybe 20 to 30 strokes in the first round at your own pace. Let's begin when you're ready. I'll let you finish up this round. Release your hands, keep your eyes closed, observe. Take your time. And then open your eyes. One more, slightly longer, maybe up to 60 strokes. You can stop anytime, of course, if you're not comfortable with it. Do what you can. Close your eyes and let's begin. Couple more if you're still going. Stop this round. Keep your eyes closed. Take a slightly longer break. Observe. Notice what happens to your breath after you stop the practice. See how your mind feels. Can be an energizing practice, cleansing practice because of the active exhales. Take your time, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Let's actually do one more round if you're up to it. So we'll do a third round. I'm going to sit on my heels. And Vajrasan makes it a little bit easier for me when my body is a bit elevated. Do what you can. You can put a pillow or something if you want to try sitting on your heels. If it's new to you, it does put a lot of stretch on your ankles, your thighs. So be careful. Try one more round, 60 strokes. Close your eyes. Maybe visualize the practice. See what you're trying to do. Prepare your mind for the practice to maybe make it a little bit easier to actually do the practice. A little bit higher quality than the first two rounds. And really notice what's happening. Be fully tuned to the breath, the movement of the stomach with the exhale. And when you're ready, let's begin. Do it with full mindfulness, full awareness. Finish up if you're still going. Release your hands, keep your eyes closed. Observe. When you go a bit longer, you might sometimes notice that your breath just pauses on its own after you stop the practice. It can be a very peaceful state if you notice it. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. All right, let's move on. Some postures. Let's get into the starting position. Stick pose, dandasan. Legs straight, feet in front of you, hands by your side. We'll start with a seated forward bend, Janu shirshasan, alternately stretching, bending on the right side and on the left side. So to begin with, fold your left leg, sole of the left foot against the inside of the right thigh. Take your right leg towards the right edge of the mat. Keep your back straight here, and then hands go above your head. And then as you exhale, hinging from your waist, bend forward, keeping your back relatively straight. Try to touch your toes, the toes of the right foot, or your right ankle, or your right knee. And then bend forward, trying to fold your back a little bit, round out your back, and bring your forehead as close to your right knee as you can. In the final pose. And then check your right leg, right knee. Sometimes the right knee tends to come up. Gently push it down so the right knee, right leg is straight and firmly planted on the mat. And breathe when you feel like you're in the final pose. Check your back. Try not to crunch your back. Extend your back and then round it out a little bit. Breathe. Feel the stretch. Right hamstring, groin region of the right side. Try not to put too much pressure on your arms. This is really about activating the core, the hamstrings, a little bit on the right hip, stretching the back. 2 more breaths. And then as you exhale, straighten your back, straighten your left leg. Quick break, hands behind you on the mat. Relax seated pose. Scan your body, notice the activation on the right side, right leg, right hamstring. And then let's repeat that on the other side. So bring your feet together, hands by your side. This time folding the right leg, sole of the right foot against the inside of the left thigh. Turn the left leg towards the left edge of the mat. Straighten your back, hands above your head. And then on the next exhale, bend forward, trying to touch the toes of your left foot or your left ankle or your left knee. And then bend forward, rounding out your back a little bit, trying to bring your forehead as close as possible to the left knee.
And when you feel like you're in the final pose, breathe. Check your left leg, left knee, keep it straight, firmly planted on the mat. Feel the stretch, left hamstring, groin region. Breathe. Great pose for people that run. Couple more breaths. And then on the next exhale, let's unwind. Straighten your right leg. Hands behind you on the mat. Lean back. Rest your head between your shoulders. Relax seated pose. Shitala Dandasan. Maybe close your eyes for a few breaths. Scan your body. Always being aware of what's happening inside the body. Feeling where you feel the stretch, activation. Also noticing any discomfort, any stiffness. Managing it without hurting yourself, making adjustments, listening to your body, your breath, challenging yourself, but never going past the point of pain or hurting yourself. And then let's move on. Next pose, we'll do a back bend. So, a couple of different options. You can have your legs cross-legged, sukhasan, and then if you're comfortable doing so, carefully without compromising your spine, try to bring your elbows on the mat behind you and then lean back to get a bit of a back bend. So that's one option. Second option, if you're comfortable sitting on your heels in vajrasan, you can try to do that and then do a back bend. Sit on your heels and then bring your elbows on the mat behind you. Be careful. Don't hurt your back. So continue to have your elbows support yourself. And then if you're comfortable doing so with practice, you can try to lean back entirely, bringing your back on the mat, hands above your head, stretching your thighs, your ankles, feet, back. Be careful, whichever version you prefer. When you come out, be careful, take the support of your elbows and then slowly bring yourself back into a seated pose. Okay. Small break. Let your breath recover. And then let's move on. When you're ready, we'll do a seated spinal twist next, Vakrasan. Starting position, feet together, hands by your side. Now bring the sole of the right foot on the mat next to your left knee. Take your right hand behind you, placing it on the mat behind you for support. Try to keep the back straight here. Left leg firmly planted on the mat. Take your left hand pointing up, and then the left elbow on top of the right knee or slightly outside the right knee if you can. And using that as a hinge, twisting your spine to the right side. Looking behind you on the right. Final pose, seated spinal twist, Vakrasan. Feel the twist in your spine. Feel the stretch in your left shoulder, outside of your left arm, your left tricep. Breathe. Check and make sure you aren't pressing too hard on the right palm, right hand behind you. Feel the twist in your spine. Twist a little bit more with each breath. Couple more breaths. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, release. Straighten the right leg. Hands behind you. Quick break. Relax seated pose before we repeat that on the other side. Scan your body. And then let's move on. Repeat that on the other side. So bring your feet together, starting position. Now fold the left leg sole of the left foot on the mat. Take your arm, maybe I'll turn this side so you don't see my back. Left hand behind you on the mat. Straighten your back. Bring your left hand closer to your back, maybe closer to your body. Allows you to keep your back straight. The right hand goes up, and then the right elbow on top of the left knee or slightly outside. And then using that to twist your spine, look behind you on the left side this time. Seated spinal twist on the left. And breathe when you feel like you're in the final pose. Check your right leg. Make sure your right leg, right knee is straight on the mat. Breathe. Maybe twisting a bit more with each breath. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the next exhale, unwind. Straighten the left leg. Hands behind you on the mat. Lean back. Rest your head between your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take a longer break. Allowing your heart rate to slow down. Scanning your body. Noticing the changes, the activation in the body. Spine, shoulders, legs. Couple more breaths. And then open your eyes. And let's move on. Some more breathwork practices. Let's do some sectional breathing. So 5 sets, 5 breaths, each abdominal breathing, then chest breathing, and then shoulder breathing. So for the first set, 5 breaths consciously into the abdominal region. And then for this practice, hands with your thumb, index finger making contact, slight contact, not pressing too hard. Other 3 fingers are open. Place your palms on your knees or thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Check your posture, making any adjustments, releasing any tension. Find a good posture, but also a relaxed posture. And then trying to consciously, without hurrying, just breathing, moving the air in and out of the abdominal region for 5 breaths. When you're done, take a small break, keep your eyes closed, observe, and then open your next 5 breaths, breathing into the chest region. So this time, thumb, index finger still making contact, and then folding the other 3 fingers, tips of the fingers making contact with the palm like a modified fist. And then again, place your hands, palms on your knees or thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. 5 breaths, consciously breathing into the chest region, noticing the difference between breathing into the chest region and the abdominal region the previous round. Begin when you're ready. Keep your eyes closed when you're done. Notice, and then open your eyes.
Next five, breathing into our shoulder region. So for that, hands like fists, thumb is folded, other four fingers wrapped on top of it like a fist. Close your eyes and then 5 breaths, trying to consciously breathe into the shoulder region, into the upper part of the body. Begin when you're ready. When you're ready, when you're done with the practice, keep your eyes closed, release your palms. Try to notice the differences, breathing into the shoulder region, chest region, abdominal region. And then next, let's bring all of this together. So for 5 breaths, observing the breath moving from the upper part of the body into the chest region and then into the abdominal region. Just following the breath. When you're ready, begin at your own pace. Taking your time, maybe slowing down the breath. And just following the breath all the way in and out. Trying to notice the subtle movement of the chest region, the abdominal region with the breath. Maybe you can also do the ujjayi breathing while you do this. Try to create that gentle hissing sound. Trying to bring your entire awareness on your breath. 2 more breaths. And then let's work towards closing the class. Taking a few moments to scan your body, your breath, just your normal breath, and your mind. Noticing any changes from the time we started class to now in your body, breath, mind, your entire being. And let's close the class by chanting 1 Om. So with your eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. With your eyes closed, take your hands behind your back, hold your right wrist with your left hand, As you inhale, lean back slightly, and then as you exhale, bend forward. A sense of complete surrender to Mother Earth, being grateful for everything we have. Try to bring your forehead as close to the ground as you can. Keep your shoulders, arms relaxed. Stay there for a breath or two. And then as you inhale, come back into a seated pose. Release your hands, open your palms in front of you, and then open your eyes, blinking into your palms. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your day.